What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude Podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 63, and I'm your host, California Cal. This is the show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
You know what I mean? This show simply exists to help provide different contexts and perspectives to life, because I truly believe that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the easier and better and funner life is to navigate and just to fucking go through. So, without further ado, I want to say happy motherfucking birthday to my son, Nate. 17 years old today.
Damn, dude.
Yo, do you know how crazy that is to be 36 and have a 17-year-old? Yeah, no, it's pretty fucking wild. So, happy birthday, Nate. This is a special episode dedicated to you again. And it's crazy because on the episode for your 16th birthday is our most watched episode of all episodes. So those guys, go back. That was a really good episode. Yeah. And this is a brand new one because the whole year's gone by and holy camole, has it been a motherfucking year. Dude, for those of you who've been following along throughout this past year, you know how crazy shit's been as far as with me and my kids and just the whole situation and everything. We're finally starting to get back to like normalcy. Well, the new normal. Yeah, man, it's fucking crazy, dude. Like, just to think back to being 17 years old. Like, damn. Can you guys remember what it was like to be 17 years old? Like, I still remember the way that I thought and felt and would interpret things, and I try to keep that alive for myself because I know that it's important to a certain degree to be able to keep old contexts and perspectives that we had, well, not keep them, but understand them. So for me, I believe that I can help raise my kids and help with other kids and help influence people to where it's like, okay, I understand what it's like being in your shoes, so I think this is the best move for that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like in a way where it can communicate with somebody who's younger and somebody who needs a certain type of understanding and talking to. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that we talk when we get older, when we're in our 30s, is different from how we talk and understand and interpret things when we're in our teens. So I do my best to like meet myself and in my conversations in the middle in a way that, you know, my son will be able to understand. So it's just fucking cool, man. Like, for those of you guys who know Nate, you know he's a really, really, really fucking special kid. This kid is so fucking smart and so fucking kind. And if you go back and listen to the episodes that he's in,
damn, dude.
Ridiculous. This kid is just dropping fucking gems, dude. Like, it's nuts. His perspective is next level. So, Nate, happy birthday. I love you. I'm so fucking proud of you. Yeah, man. So, I also got to say, I apologize for this episode being a little late today. My whole schedule's been all fucked up as my pool's been still canceled for this whole week. So I've been doing travel lessons, and the only way for me to even make a paycheck this week is to do that. Granted, it's not that great of a paycheck, but it's a fucking paycheck, right? And I'm grateful. And I've had 2 kids save their lives this week based off of stuff that I've taught them. I had another kid pass a clothes test today, and I had a 6-month-old perform was able to roll over and float and hang there by himself, which was pretty fucking cool. It was like the first day of him really doing it all on his own. So that was pretty fucking incredible. Like, that never gets old to see a baby just fucking boom, have breath control, roll over, maintain the breath control, roll over to a float and get some air and be able to lay there and breathe with the right breathing patterns. So they don't drink water. It's not flooding their face, and doing it in a way that actually saves their lives. And it's cool just to have parents flipping out and being so proud of their kids, man. It's the coolest thing. Yeah, dude. So that was fucking cool. But anyways, that's why this episode's a little late, and these actually have been this whole week. Well, it's only 2 episodes a week, but that's a lot, actually. When you're working like full time and you got kids and you're doing shit and like, I can't even say working full time because it's my own unique, weird fucking schedule. So I don't even know. The hours don't equate to what normal people would get paid. And you know what I mean? It's like sometimes I'm getting paid way more than what the average person makes in a set, like a fixed amount of time. Other times, like I'm working for way longer hours for way less pay than what other people would get paid. So, you know what I'm saying? It's got its ups and downs, and it flows, right? But the thing is, I would rather have it that way than to be trapped in an office or like doing some shit that I don't hate and it's fully predictable. Yeah, man. So also, side note, holy fuck, I saw one of the most beautiful women in my life today. In real life. And like the internet doesn't count. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's so weird how like anybody can be pretty on the internet or through certain pictures and angles and filters and makeup and this and that. And it's like, dude, true beauty is like natural beauty. And there's nothing fucking better than that. Like, what's included in natural beauty is physically, like not needing to wear makeup, but you look good when you do, or like your personality that's natural. It comes out of you, the way that you listen, the way that you talk, the way that you speak and think, and all of those things. So it's kind of all correlates to what I was talking to my son about earlier, which is like, dude, as you turn 17, the main question I want you to ask yourself going into this, and this is like one of those questions to stay on the inquiry. There's no answer to it. Or I mean, there's no final answer, because as soon as you've got the answer to it, life evolves to the next thing. You know what I mean? It's like mindfulness. Like the more that you practice being mindful of stuff, you're never just done. Like you got to keep refreshing it and keep renewing it as you take on new perspectives, and as you live life and gain more experience. You're going to have to reframe what it means to be mindful for you. Because as a kid, being mindful means, okay, like I shouldn't talk out of place or talk out of turn. I shouldn't fucking talk too loud. I shouldn't bump into people. I shouldn't XYZ, right? So it's like you have to evolve that. So I had him, so what I told him was like, dude, I want you to stay on the inquiry and stay in the question of what does it mean to be a fucking man? What does it mean to be a real man? And not in this like crazy egotistical sort of way, but it's like, what does that mean for yourself in your life? Because a dope ass, beautiful woman is going to be attracted. I just accidentally drew on myself with a pen. A dope ass, beautiful woman is going to be attracted to a real fucking man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the exceptions. Yes, you could be gay, you could be all that, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the norm, right? And I hate to even say the norm, but the majority. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. The majority. And I realized that was pretty offensive sounding. But this show isn't for people who are just fucking offended by everything. I'm sure you can fucking tell by now. But anyway, I'm like, dude. And again, this episode is kind of circles around like you are the boss of you. And this has to do with that. What does it mean to be a man? What does that mean to you? Because as you turn 17, I remember when I was 17, that was one of my favorite ages, actually. Like, it truly, truly was. And I loved that age. It was so fun because I was like in this place of like, I'm still kind of a kid, but I have these like manly thoughts and manly things that I notice and observations and things I want to do. And my perspective is just shifting and changing. You know what I'm saying? Like all my kid stuff isn't as fun to me anymore, or not as fun, but it's just like, it's just different now. You know what I mean? And so I just had him. So what I said was like, dude, like, holy fuck, my eyes just got so tired. Sorry. I'm really fucking tired. I've fucking been everywhere today, including fucking up into farther than Temecula, out west of Temecula. Actually, Deluz, that place is a fucking crazy little place. It's amazing, and they got some dope ass roads up there. But anyway, I'm like, dude, as you turn 17, I want you to just stay with this question, and it's like, what does it mean to be a man? Who exhibits real manly shit? Who exhibits what it means to be a fucking powerful man? Who exhibits that? What does that mean? What does that look like? And how do people do it in different ways? Like, look at what's attractive to you in a woman. And it's like this whole questioning, what does it mean to be a man and how to be a man, will kind of automatically in turn frame what type of woman is beautiful and attractive to you. You know what I mean? So Um, yeah, so I was just like, we just kind of got into that conversation. It's like, dude, the more that you can understand yourself and you can navigate your emotions and your thoughts and other people's thoughts and emotions and sensitivities and all of that, like, just the better off you are. You know what I mean? Because coming off insensitive isn't cool, but at the same time, it's like, where's the fine line? So let's take like boyfriend, girlfriend, partners, for example. Damn, that's a loud ass car. Like, it's very common for a lot of relationships for a man to say some shit and a woman to hear it. And this goes both ways. This is no order, but it's like you say something and it gets interpreted through emotions, or it goes the other way around. And it's like the woman says something to the dude and the dude hears it through logic. And it's like, well, hold on, you're kind of listening incorrectly, right? But when you can speak freely and clearly and somebody understands you, that's really fucking dope. So I'm telling him, like, dude, look what like adult role models and figures provide that for you. Look what female figures provide that for you. But just notice, like, for the men that can do that and provide that for you, to create a safe space to where your conversations are just interpreted and encouraged and promoted for you to, like, yeah, think about that more. What about this? What about that? And it brings the best out of you. That's some real man shit. You know what I'm saying? Because knowing how to bring the best out of somebody, knowing how to ask the right questions is a result and a direct byproduct of knowing how to listen. And knowing how to listen comes from knowing how to be a motherfucking man, speaking from a male standpoint. You know what I mean? Because it's very well known that hella dudes cannot listen for shit. And you could say this either way, but at the same time, like, a lot of dudes don't fucking listen in general. And or we're listening incorrectly. We're listening to fix. We're listening for the problem. We're listening for this or that or what to do rather than just listen for what it is. Now, Nate knows how to do this very well. So I'm like, yo, this is dope. Don't ever lose this. Don't let anybody ever squash this. And, dude, like, take observation of this. Because I remember at some point somebody taught me, or somebody asked me, I think it was the homie Winkleman. What up, Winkleman? I don't think you listen to the show, but what up, Winkleman? He asked me, yo. Well, he didn't say yo. Just for context, Winkleman's an old Jewish dude who's fucking badass. That was my fucking Jewish brother. Yeah, from fucking centuries ago, it seems. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Winkleman asked me, who taught you to be a man? And he just sat there quietly and stared at me. Now, keep in mind, like I said, he's an older dude, especially in comparison to me, and just kind of sat there and looked at me. And I'm like, that's a great question. And then I started looking at it, and I'm like, well, my dad, for one, clearly. Then I start looking at all my other outside influences, different neighbors, different friends, different uncles, different cousins. They're all sorts of different people, right? They've all provided what it means to be a man to me. Now, what's important about this is there's a huge nuance. I guess that's kind of an oxymoron. A huge nuance. But it's that, like, when we observe that, it's important to understand what's a bad example and what's a good example of this.
Damn, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I tell my son all the time, dude, as your parents, your mom and I, we're here to be good and bad examples in life and what it means to be a human being. Now, it's up to you to interpret which one is which. So, as we go on, I'm like, Nate, just take notice. Nobody's wrong for anything. Nothing's bad. It's just like, if I do stuff you think is not what a dope human should do, then fucking take that, understand, interpret that. Hopefully you have a conversation with me about it. And let's fucking move forward and learn some shit, right? Now at the same time, it's like, okay, same thing, your mom. Look at what she does, doesn't do. Look at me, what I do and don't do. And take the things that you agree with and take the things that you don't agree with and just sort them into their own folders. And then with that information, use that to be the best man that you could be. Use that to be the best partner you can be. Use that to create the best relationships that you can, whether it be with a partner, friends, associates, business people, just general people of the public, right? Now, it's like, I just see what I want him to start thinking and realizing, and it's like, what does it mean to be a man? To be a fucking dope man. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, I'm a man of my word, I'm a man of my integrity, and I'm a man of goodness, and I'm a man of faith, and I'm a man of contribution, and I'm a man who makes a difference, and I'm a man who can get shit done, and I'm a man who can fix shit, and I'm a man who's not afraid to get his hands dirty. I'm a man who can fight. I'm a man who can listen and be sensitive. I'm a man who can fucking make love to my woman like a motherfucking beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these things, like, all encompass being a fucking man for yourself, speaking from a male perspective, right? So, and women, you can listen to this in your own way and apply this to yourself, or look at it as like how men think, or how I think men should be thinking about shit, right? Because not everybody's on this tip. Now, if you're a lady or a woman and you're listening to this, most dudes aren't thinking these things and talking about this, right? It's not normal. It's not, see, I keep saying normal. Typical. I need to change those words around. Because, what is this paper? Oh, sorry, I just found a paper on my desk and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I have no idea. Anyway, sorry guys, that was a complete 100% distraction. I don't know what the hell this paper's even about. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, like, what does it mean to be a man? What does that really fucking mean to you? And in this day and age in society, dude, men are fucking soft and bitch made and don't know how to speak up and are just wrapped up in some weird fucking bullshit. They don't know how to fight. They don't know how to fix anything. They don't know how to fucking stand on their own 2 feet. They don't know how to talk to girls. They don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to fucking whatever. And that's a big fucking problem. And at the same time, if you're a fucking dude who can do these things, if you're a man who can navigate, if you're a man who can fucking drive without the GPS, if you're a man who can fucking be patient, if you're a man who can be understanding, dude, the women are gonna just fucking love you naturally. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, in this day and age, I tell him, dude, I make my son travel around with no GPS. Nate can get from here, from San Diego, he can get to the fucking mountains. He knows how to get to the snow. He knows how to get to the desert. He knows how to get to all the different beaches. He knows how to get to LA and drive all around it. He knows how to get around Arizona. He knows how to get around Hawaii. He knows how to get around Chicago. He knows how to get around all these fucking places, different places. And I don't know if he knows Florida very well, but he knows how to fucking navigate with no GPS and no directions and no instructions. He could say, go here, go here, go here, go here. Oh shit, we made a wrong turn. You know what? Go that way. And Nate doesn't even make a lot of wrong turns. So that is a highly attractive, I don't know if it is currently, but it will be a highly attractive skill and trait to have as a man, to know how to fucking navigate. Truly. There's just like, I don't know what it is. There's something attractive about being like, I'm going. I know where I'm going. And I'm okay with getting lost because I'm prepared. I have the fucking right truck for the right activities. I got the fucking right tires to do the job. I got the right fucking tools in my trunk to fix something if it breaks. And I don't need the fucking map to tell me where to go because I'm the boss of me and I go where the fuck I want to go on my own fucking terms. You know what I'm saying? So how's that not going to be attractive to a woman who's in tune with her femininity and herself and the godliness inside of her? Like, dude, like, if that's the type of woman you want, a woman who's a goddess on earth, You got to know how to be a fucking man and your own fucking God on earth. You know what I'm saying? Because God is in us. It's not this fucking foreign concept. You know what I'm saying? It is for some people, but like from what I've equated to, I know where I stand on this because I'm a fucking man and I know what the fuck I stand for. You know what I'm saying? Now at the same time, I'm still, because I know what I stand for, I'm still open to other information and to other ideas and to different concepts. Like the way I've been eating with my diet lately, it goes against everything that I've typically known about food. And I'm man enough to understand, okay, there's people fucking smarter than me. So I'm going to pivot, I'm going to adapt, and I'm going to learn what the fuck there is to learn about this because I'm not a fucking idiot. And I don't need to rely on some weird shit to tell me where to go. You know what I'm saying? I could do this. I got this. And I'm not afraid to admit when I'm lost either and figure the shit out so it don't fucking put people in danger. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck does it mean to you to be a man? And women, I encourage you to ask if you have a boyfriend, a partner, somebody you're talking to, somebody you're interested in. Ask them, who taught you to be a man? What does it mean to be a man to you? And if they're offended, it's beyond a red flag, right? Like, you should probably fucking peace out. Or if they're like, wait, what? That's a dope ass question. What the fuck? I hadn't even thought of that. Then you got somebody who's willing to take that on, and that's some manly shit. You know what I'm saying? Being able to change your opinion about stuff is some manly shit. Being able to fucking adopt different views and learn different shit outside of your own, this is how it is. Like, that's some fucking grown man shit. You know what I mean?
Damn, dude.
So it's like, dude, when you are a man of men, I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like it makes sense. When you just like when you are a man of the men and you are, it's not about being alpha or beta or this, it's not any of that shit. This is more just you're a man and you know where you stand and you can do shit. You can use a knife. You can fucking change a tire. You know how to change oil. You know how to fix shit. Even if you don't know how to fix shit, you can figure it the fuck out. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. You're not afraid to get fucking calluses on your hands, whatever, right? So it's like, what does that mean to you? What does it mean to be a man? This is a question we should all be asking ourselves. And I just learned this shit recently too. It's like, I wasn't asked, hey, who taught you how to be a man? What does it mean to be a man to you? I wasn't asked that just until like a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I never even thought of that. So it's like, the more that we can take that on and think of that, I'm like, fuck, I wish I knew to start asking that question at 17 years old. I didn't learn until I was like fucking 30 something. You know what I'm saying? So if we really take that on, it's like, what does it mean to be a fucking man? And unfortunately, a lot of dudes won't go into that conversation and they won't have that, or they just laugh it off or joke it off or make it to something that it's not. And that is not some real man shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are just together because they feel like they're obligated to after a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? And it's like, it breaks my heart when I see that. Like, this is weird, but like, breaking up should be way more normal. Like, nobody should want to have to go kill themselves after a breakup. That just comes from a lack of experience and a lack of understanding and a lack of knowing how to man the fuck up in certain instances. Now, I've been there before. I'm not talking shit on anybody. I've been there before. I was 16. My girlfriend broke up with me. All this other shit happened. And I wanted to kill myself. I was standing in front of the mirror with a gun in my head. And it's like, hold on. That is definitely not some man shit. But you know what? I'm man enough to own it and admit it and say, you know what? I was being a little fucking bitch ass. Completely, entirely. And that's fine. But are you willing to learn? Are you willing to keep going and growing and taking on this journey? A man isn't a fucking beard and a fucking whatever the fuck you know, people dress up as this like manly character this day and age, and they don't know how to fucking do a single thing a real fucking man can do. They're like, oh, baseball, you know, Machado, this, that. Like, who gives a fuck, motherfucker? Like, The Padres aren't the fucking baseball teams aren't paying your fucking bills. The baseball team's not fucking sucking your dick at the end of the night. The baseball team's not getting you laid. Like, the baseball team's not fucking contributing anything in your life. Like, what the fuck? You're lost in distraction, and that's a huge sign that somebody's not on some man shit. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being a baseball fan. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Baseball's cool. That's fine. But what I'm saying is when somebody's entire identity is wrapped into that, you kind of got to start asking some questions. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being a big fan. There's nothing wrong with being a supporter, with having a favorite player, with going to the games, with all of that stuff. That's fine. My point is a lot of men put their entire fucking being and manlyhood into these other men being men. And it's like, fuck, really all that's happening when you see people, when you see dudes so wrapped up into sports is they didn't have a very strong father figure. So when they look at these people, and it's crazy to think that it's like, I'm watching grown men damn near 40 years old, basically envying like 23-year-old baseball players because, well, not because, but envying these people and looking up to them almost like they're their fucking father. And they look at him with the same twinkle eyes that like a fucking 8-year-old boy has when his fucking dad comes home and gives him a piggyback ride and fixes a motorcycle and fucking grills a steak. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of dudes are fucking so wrapped up into this shit that that's how the fuck they act. And it's just weird. It's just really fucking weird. You know what I mean? Like, my point is, though, is like, a lot of men do not know how to be men anymore, and they don't know what it means. They're trying to fucking change the definition of what it even means to be a man. So all this shit is fucking ridiculous and wacky. So this is where I gotta come back with some fucking real shit for our fucking people, for our men, for our women. Because women, don't you want fucking attractive men out here who can fix shit and navigate and fucking fight and cook and listen and feel and interpret and clean and work and create? Like, don't you want that? And men, why would you not want to be that type of man? Unless you just didn't even fucking know it existed, right?
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. What up, everybody? We bicycle. So.
Damn, dude.
What up, everybody? So, you know what I'm saying? Dude, we need real men, and that's gonna invoke. See, this is what's interesting. It's a push and a pull thing when it comes to men and women and attractiveness. Like, a man standing in his power will naturally bring out that goddess inside of a woman. And it'll just invoke that and provoke that and just stoke that. You know what I mean? Like, a woman wants to get a in-tune woman wants to give herself to a fucking man. An in-tune woman doesn't want to give herself to the fucking blue-haired, soft, pussy-ass, listen to the news, hide behind sports guy. You know what I'm saying? Now, an out-of-tune woman will. But here's the thing, too, is like it works the other way as well. It's like a woman who's in tune with her femininity and who's really in touch with her inner goddess brings out the manliness of a man if he knows how. But here's the thing is most men miss the beauty of a woman. Most men miss on all the fucking key points of what makes a woman beautiful because we don't know how to be man enough to even observe these things. We're looking at, oh, you were doing this and you that, and like try and come from this space of, my pen's falling apart. Come from the space of like control. Now, being a man has nothing to do with control. I think being a man has everything to do with letting go of control, ideally, and doing it physically. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, that's cool. You know, it's like, I don't need to control this situation, but I know my purpose and I know my path, and I'm going to do what's in alignment with my purpose and path. Because if I don't do what's in alignment with my purpose and path, then I'm not being a real fucking man for myself or my woman or my partner or my community. So I look at times where it's like, fuck, I've been putting off a lot of messages as far as my business, and I see, oh man, I feel like a fucking pussy because of this. Like, yeah, you're being a bitch. Straight up. And it's like, I can tell myself that, and I'm real with myself about that. It's like, okay, excuse me. I got to do better about this and that and blah, blah, blah. Because you know why? Because like we said, when Nate turned 16, you are the boss of you. Nate, you are the boss of you. Not any motherfucker on this planet. Not me, not your mom, not your fucking boss at your work. You are the boss of you. That means for your life. And to be the boss of you, sometimes you got to go get a job and go have a fucking boss at your work. But you are still the boss of you at the end of the day. If your boss disrespects you, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You can leave. You can get a different job. You can punch him in the fucking mouth. What's appropriate? You can sit down and have a conversation. Well, the only way you're going to do that correctly is if you're on some grown man shit and you really fucking go for that. You know what I mean? And you know what to stand for and you know what you stand for. It puts you in the position to fucking do some man shit. So, oh shit, I forgot to set my timer again. So, it's just crazy, dude. Like, when I talk to Nate, I'm just like blown away. Like, Schnappy, I'm going to make you listen to this at some point. I know you've been getting in trouble and you got your phone taken and all that, but dude, I mean, we have these conversations in real life anyway, so I'm not tripping. And they're actually way fucking deeper than I can encapsulate on this show. But when we can talk and understand shit and have patience, the patience thing, I mean, in terms of listening and understanding and with people and partners and relationships and conversations. That's what I mean to have patience. I do not mean to have patience in the sense of like, when it comes to what the fuck you want in life, go after it. Don't wait, go. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Throw your fucking keys over the wall and then figure out how to get over the wall. You know what I'm saying? Whether you know how to get over the wall or not, once your keys are over, once your hat's over the fence, now you kind of got to go because you've committed to it and you're like, I'm just going to figure it the fuck out because my shit's on that side and we're not getting home if I cannot go get that. You know what I'm saying? That's some man shit. That's a fucking dope man perspective to have. Now we get lost in this toxic masculinity and blah, blah, blah. Now this is the thing, is real masculinity is not toxic. This is such a fucking stupid and fucked up phrase, toxic masculinity. Well, what about toxic femininity? You understand what I'm saying? It's so dumb. It doesn't even add up. It doesn't make sense. It's an oxymoron. Like, femininity is divine. It's beautiful. Masculinity is fucking strength and logical, and it makes sense. That's beautiful. There's nothing toxic about that. If you're fucking a toxic person, you're a toxic person. Then being toxic is just another one of those stupid fucking buzzwords that's way played out. It's like calling somebody a narcissist or a fucking using the word gaslighting or any of those weird fucking hot button phrases. Like, that shit's so stupid. It was bitch made people who made those things become fucking things. I get they have their place, but if you're using those things, you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? If you say those things about people, you don't get it. Straight up and down. What don't I get? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Excuse me, some water. But you see what I'm saying? A woman who's not in touch with her self is going to call a man those things when he's trying to do better. A man will try and cut down a woman and do the gaslighting and be acting like a narcissist and all that stupid shit. They're going to start performing those things when a woman's like out of it and being a fucking asshole. And it's like we each have our own version, and it's like we each feed that. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing, is when you step into what the fuck does it mean to be a real man, and you stay in the inquiry of that question, what does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a man? Like, deeply. Not just like, oh, I got a dick, I got a vagina, whatever. No. Like, what does it really fucking mean? What does it actually mean? In terms of why are men built with bigger muscles typically? Why are we built with a bigger build and a bigger frame in this more typically logical way of thinking? Why are women more skinny, small, feminine, and more dainty just in general? And why are their bodies built that way? And why do they think the way they do? And what's the benefit? What's the purpose? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we don't understand these things and we don't ask ourselves these questions and we don't know these questions, or we don't teach our kids to ask these questions, we're going to have lost ass people and kids wanting to hurt themselves, like we talked about in the last episode. And it's like you just have this no sense of identity and you don't know who the fuck you are. So if we can start at being a man, being a woman, knowing where the fuck you stand on that, that's really fucking important. And that applies. You see what I'm saying? It's like, this is not excluding anybody. If you're trans, if you're whatever, that's fine. Understand though, like you got to start with the bit. You have to know if you were a man or a woman to even become, like you have to really fucking know if you're a man or a woman to even become trans as the next step. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, in order to even be trans, you have to really be in tune with, you know, I really fucking identify as a woman, even though I got a dick and this and that. Right? Like you have to have that established. Otherwise you're just chasing trends. And it's like being a fucking skater or a breakdancer or a fucking cheerleader or color guard or fucking track star or whatever the fuck, right? You could be whatever. So that's where it's like, dude, we really got to ask ourselves these questions, and we've got to teach our kids to ask these questions. And we got to stay on the inquiry of this for ourselves, because otherwise we're just lost as fuck and we're acting like the next stupid ass who's just has no fucking clue what they're doing. And that's what the thing is like, none of us know what the fuck we're doing. Some people pretend better than others, but nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. So the best that we can do is to create a vision and create a life that we love and be the boss of ourself and tell ourselves what the fuck to do, because that's what's going to get us what we want. And what we want has to be created in our image, in our mind, in our eyes, in our vision, in our all of this. Like, if I can think about and create in an image, in a vision, the life that I want, I now know something to do. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, dude.
Because none of us know what we're doing. And if I can create, this is where I want to go, then I can at least go there and I know that I'm doing that. And if you know that you're doing that, you're probably doing better than fucking 90% of the other people out there not knowing what the fuck they're doing, because we all don't know what we're doing. Even when you have the end result in life, like you don't know what you're doing. When you have the end goal in mind, I should say, you don't know what you're doing. You're just taking the steps to get there. And you don't even know if it's correct or not. It's like in the past years that I've been in business, I don't know if half the shit I'm doing is the right move. Like, for example, when I first started, I went to all these bullshit ass meetings and got all these bullshit certifications and all this stuff that I really didn't need. You know what I'm saying? If I were to go back and start all over again, I wouldn't get half the shit or go to half the conferences I went to or any of that. But I had to do it because I understood this is where I'm trying to go. And in order to get there, I got to at least surround myself in these certain things and put myself in these certain places in order to be able to get to further my understanding and understand if this was even the right or wrong move to do on this path. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, well, let's say somebody wants to start another school or whatever. I can fast forward them and be like, look, this was shit for me. This was bullshit. This helps. This helps. This helps. Boom. Cool. Right? Now, that's the thing, is like, for whatever the fuck a reason, whatever the fuck the reason is, that if you're able to, as a man, you're able to pursue an idea that you created, it's for whatever the fuck and you can own that and you do that confidently and you admit your ups and downs and rights and wrongs and all that, for whatever the fuck reason, that's highly attractive to dope women. You know what I'm saying? Women who aren't that dope are gonna hate on it, shit on it, and not think it's that tight. You know what I mean? Is not going to understand because they're not in tune and in touch with that fucking inner goddess of them, because we got to figure these things out by asking these fucking questions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, Nate, you are the boss of you, bro. As your dad, I'm not your boss. As your dad, I'm not your ruler. I'm not here to tell you what the fuck to do. I'm here to put order and provide clarity and direction. No, not even direction, just boundaries. That's all I'm here to do is just fucking, here you go. These are the boundaries. Stay within, look, we're going to build a bridge, and if it's going to be a freeway bridge, it's just going to fucking be a bridge that's a freeway and it goes. And it's my goal to make sure you do not fall off the edges. It's up for you to create the end goal. Where do you want to go on this fucking freeway? Are you going to go from fucking San Diego to LA, or are you going to go all the way up to fucking Canada and Alaska? Or are you know what I'm saying? Like, or are you going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's your path? Where are you going to stop? But here's the boundaries. Go wherever the fuck you want. Go south if you want. I don't fucking care. Go whatever direction on the freeway. Just don't fall off the edges. And falling off the edges represents like your kid dying. It's my job to keep my kid alive and doing good shit. So here's the boundaries. Pick whatever the fuck you want. I give my son full permission to be a fucking crackhead. I'm like, bro, if you want to be a crackhead, go for it. It's your choice. I'm not here to tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a fucking rock star, go for it. If you want to be a physicist, go for it. If you want to be a fucking math teacher, if you want to be a fucking pro skater, if you want to be whatever the fuck you want to be, I don't care. I care that you care. You know what I'm saying? Pick whatever the fuck you want. Go train horses. Go fuck. I don't fucking care. Because it's your life. I'm not your boss. You are the boss of you. And I relinquish all control over your life and your brother's life. I'm here to just set boundaries and help guide you guys. And I'll fucking correct you if need be. I'll put my input in as needed. But it's like, I've discovered that at least with my own self and my son as a teenager, we have a fucking dope ass relationship to where we can say anything to each other and we know we're not going to hurt each other's feelings. We know it's a safe place to say whatever. However, this is not a place of offensiveness. This is not a place of defensiveness. This is not a place of I'm listening to get you in trouble. It's like, no, I'm listening to help you get out of this fucking thing and navigate this correctly and understand why the fuck you did what you did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, my son's fucked up all sorts of stuff. So have I. And he knows that I'm not here to fucking hold it against him. I'm like, bro, you did what? Ah, fuck. Okay, dude. Look. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, here's what I think about this. And here's how I used to do similar shit when the technology was slightly different. And that was what I did. And I did it because of this. And he goes, oh shit, like, damn, I could see why I was doing that now. Or I could see why I didn't think about that. Or I could see why whatever. And it's like, it's just so open and honest that it's like, he has no need to fucking hate me or rebel against me. And I'm not just playing good guy. Like, I tell him the fucking truth. I'm like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? If he does something fucking that's completely out of line, I tell him, I let him know, I correct him, I'll apply the right punishment, I'll apply the right fucking, sternness, yelling, whatever the fuck it is. I'm not usually not yelling, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like getting somebody in trouble or whatever the fuck it is, right? Having to lay down the law, you know, that's kind of dumb, but like, it's not, all at the same time. So I think that, I'm just like, dude, you're the boss of you. You get to pick. And it's like, yeah. And I think we've talked about this before, but it's like he was having conversations with people about drugs and all this different stuff. And it's just curious. That's fucking fine, dude. Like we're supposed to talk about that shit. But it's like it got to a point where his mom and I didn't feel comfortable about it. And I was like, fuck, dude. All right, I got to do something about this. If I got a kid who's asking about these things and talking about these things and having these conversations online and doing this and that, I got to show them the reality of this. And then it's like, I forget, like a lot of our times, like parents spend trying to shield their kids from stuff. No, it's like, I want to expose my kids to fucking everything as much as possible. You know what I mean? Because this is real life. And the moment they fucking hit that door and they're old enough, they're going to understand, oh shit, this is real life out here. This is not my fucking parents have been lying to me the whole time. And that's how you get fucking kids who turn into fucking party animals and rebels and do all this crazy shit because parents try and shelter them this whole time from real life. And the more that you're sheltered from real life, the more that you're like a captive animal let back into the wild.
Damn, dude.
And that's not healthy at all. It's healthy for the ones who are in the wild and thriving and know how to be a motherfucking animal. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't know how to be a fucking animal, you're going to get eaten. You're going to get eaten alive. So when this whole incident happened and he's having these conversations, I'm like, all right, I had to remember, when I was a kid, I was exposed. Like, I had 2 neighboring houses. One of them, they were selling drugs all the time. Literally, people are bringing like TVs and fucking microwaves and stolen bikes and the random paintings and fucking random shit, right? But it was a big operation. Like, the whole fucking house was going like, and I would see my neighbors, there'd be like fucking, I don't know, 20 to 50 people just on this regular rotation showing up. And these were not like cool regular people. These were some fucking twacked out weirdos stealing shit all over town. The whole thing, right? Like stealing pull-out radios, for those of you guys who remember those. And just random shit. You know what I'm saying? Exercise bikes. Fucking, like, microwaves were a big deal back in the day, especially when they started getting smaller. Fucking toasters. Like, you see these people walking down the street with these things. A fucking shopping cart with TV. And this is before flat screens and all that. So it's like a gigantic TV and all this stuff. And then on the other side, it was like, at my second mom's house, she had such a big heart. She had such a soft spot for people who were strung out and all that. And it's like, she was like, yo, this is a safe place. You guys aren't doing drugs in my house, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? You can sleep here. This is a safe place to sleep at night. You got to go do what you got to do during the day, but this is a safe place to sleep. If you steal, whatever, this, that, you're going to get your ass beat and you're never welcome back. And it's like, even when you're strung out, you're not going to disrespect that. Most of them anyway. So I remember, I had a lot of influence with that. I got to see firsthand fucking riots in front of my house. I got to see people with tracks running down their arms and needles, like literally just hanging out of their arms, and they're laying out in the sidewalk and street and the grass and in the bushes and all this stuff. And I saw that for a long time in my neighborhood. And as I grew up, I'm like, wow, Nate's never seen any of this stuff. And I'm like, we just live in a different time. And it's like, it wasn't like my parents tried to expose me to that. It was just that it was just so much of it on my little block and across the street that like I couldn't not see it. You know what I mean? Just walking to and from school, I would see it. Going to go see my friends on the other side of the street, I would see it. And it was just crazy to see riots and druggies and people just fucking laying there shaking and all this gnarly shit. And just be a kid, just kind of like, oh, fuck, like I don't ever want to do that. And I'm so thankful that I got to see those things. So I realized, I got to go take Nate down to fucking Skid Row in LA. And for those of you that don't know what Skid Row is, look up Skid Row, SKIDROW, Skid Row in LA on YouTube. It does not even, you'll see it's fucking crazy as fuck. And the videos do not do it justice because you don't smell the smells and you don't see and hear the things that you see and hear, and you don't feel the energy and you don't feel the fear and you don't feel the grossness and you don't feel all the, you know what I'm saying? Watching Skid Row on the internet is like 30% experience of what it's really like to go there. Because those sites and those things, that they really, really fuck you up, dude. Now, I took Nate there. I gave him a knife. I said, bro, you're going to need this. Because there's too many people. I'll do what I can to protect you, but you got to fucking know how to fucking stab somebody if we need to. And he's like, no. And he's like, seriously? Like, he's terrified. I'm like, yep, this is what it takes to live out here. You know what I mean? It's like, because we are walking like clean people, we're huge targets walking through here. And we did. There was one point we had to fucking dip. And we brought skateboards. We're holding them. And it was kind of just like a ploy. See, this was like me on my man shit, understanding how this works. Like, all right, if you go and now Skid Row up there is 3 square miles. If you start running and people are chasing you, it does not look good at all. But If you're fucking hauling ass on a skateboard, it doesn't look like fucking crazy, right? So we got approached and there was some people being really fucking weird. And I'm not trying to stab anybody. That's not why we were there. You know, it was more just like, look, this is the reality of how you got to live in the streets. You can't go around unarmed and unprotected, right? So give him the knife. I made us carry our skateboards. I'm like, we're not riding these unless we need to fucking dip. I'm like, if you see me put my skateboard on the floor, you better haul fucking ass with me. He's like, all right. And like, I'd never seen him so scared, but I'm like, look, this is the reality of drugs, dude. Look at this. You know what I mean? So as we're there looking at it, it's like, holy fuck, dude, it really hit. And I'm like, look, this is some real shit. We have to fucking man up and have mindfulness and go through and know what it means and know where we stand and know what we want out of life. And there was a point where sketchy people started going, hey, blah, blah, blah. And then fucking a small crowd started, like people like started popping up like fucking gophers around the corner. And like, because everybody's looking for the next come up out there and they don't give a fuck about you. They can pull you into one of these buildings easily. And all these buildings are abandoned, huge, huge buildings. They'll pull you in. You will never be fucking found again. The cops are terrified to go through there. It's worse than a third world country. And it's like, I've been through the slums in Peru. I've been through the slums in Mexico. This is a different fucking level, dude. An absolute way different level. Because when you add drugs to poverty, you got a whole different thing other than just poverty. You know what I'm saying? Like people needing to eat and this and that, they kind of adapt and figure out their thing. But when you got people needing drugs and needing food and needing all these things, dude, you got a monster. You've got monsters. And not that these people are monsters, they're human beings. But sadly, the drugs and the poverty and the hunger, they become monsters and will do some gnarly shit. So at some point, I was like, Nate, let's go now. I'm like, just chill though, just chill. So we kind of casually step on the skateboard and skated away pretty quick. And it was straight up like Walking Dead, like zombies type shit. You know what I mean? Like one kind of sniffs on you and the others, and they all kind of start popping up and kind of like you see heads looking and you see heads start popping out of tents. And it's just like, they're all very in tune with the vibe of the place. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in your hometown, you know when somebody who's not from there is there. It's very easy to tell. So my point is that, look, I tell my son, you could do whatever the fuck you want. You could be a crackhead, but if you're going to be a crackhead, this is what it looks like. And this is what you got to live with. Women shitting in the streets. Literally, we saw at least 3 women pull their pants down, shit in the fuck middle of the street in broad daylight, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Broad daylight. Nobody wants that. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? You might be laughing, whatever. It's funny. I get it. But when you see that and you're impacted by that and you're like, this is real life. Fuck. It hits different. So that's the thing is like, I'm like, look, you can do that if you really choose to. I'm going to be fucking pissed, but you know what? And I'm going to be hurt and I'll probably kick your ass a few times. But dude, you can pick that. At the same time, you could be a fucking doctor. And all of that is in the realm of these boundaries that I set for you. I'm not here to tell you to do anything because you are the fucking boss of you. And that applies to Nate, and that applies to Royal, and that applies to any motherfucker listening to this. Whether you're man, woman, anything. You are the boss of you. And we need to start stepping into that. It's nobody else's say to say who the fuck you are. Because you get to choose and you get to decide, unless you fucking resign from being a fucking man or a woman in the sense that we've discussed in the show, and you just let your life go by fucking entertainment and circumstance. That's not a real fucking man. That's not being the boss of you. That's not being attractive. That's not being a good fucking father, son, mother, daughter. Like, it's not being a good friend. It's not being a good person. It's not being a good resident of your fucking town. You know what I'm saying? So, Nate, you are the motherfucking boss of you, and I fucking love you, and I'm so proud of you. I cannot believe you're 17 years old. Fuck, man. I cannot wait for all of our adventures and talks, and we're going to go up to Huntington on Sunday to get some Zenko chicken. I'm going to break my diet thing for this one little thing. I'm probably going to shit my pants. But nah, dude, like, we're going to have some fucking fun, man. I'm so excited. So excited to do some fun shit with you on your birthday. We'll go to Guitar Center. We'll fucking, I don't know, go surfing. We'll do whatever the fuck you want, man. It's your time. It's your day. It's your fucking birthday. It's your life. And I want to celebrate you by doing what you want to do. And I'm here to help facilitate that. And we get to go cruise around in the cool new truck I know you're really excited about. Yeah, man. So, Nate, I'm proud of you. Happy fucking birthday. Everybody go wish my little man a happy birthday. Yeah, fuck, man. I'm so grateful for Nate. I'm so grateful for you. I fucking love you. I hope you listen to this all the way through. And, yeah. Anyways, this is Nate's music here, by the way, too. It's funny because he doesn't even really like this song that much anymore, but it's one of my favorites. My arms push away. I don't want to be here for days. Surf by the 38. Sun, touch your face. Not the beach, not the blue. The last ones are me too. Gonna be me and you.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Be sure you guys go tell a friend to tell a friend to tell your best friends, cousins, uncles, pigs, farming, brothers, fucking pig, cousin, uncle, ducking, sicking, sucking, freaking, fracking, best friends, rooster trainer about the show. The Damn Dude Podcast. Because really, we're fucking 163 episodes in, you guys. And it's funny because a lot of people have kind of formed opinions and whatever, and that's fine because this isn't for them. This is for the people who are on the path of growth and making a better motherfucking life for themselves. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Leave us a 5-star written review on iTunes. All that. Have a beautiful day. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude.